It's kind of crazy because I got a lot of videos on myself, either because something is left out or something that I missed saying. It's only reason because actually I was trying to be able to get a job because right now my reputation is, even though of kind of like a background of a good guy, a lot of things have been like missaid or anything. So if anybody needs to, like, I guess, disclose in my life, they don't really have the right amount of tools to cover my background without me saying it. So on this platform I'm able to say it and at least try to clear my background, my reputation as well, while also trying to get a job, because on a job really a lot of my gossip is out, and word of mouth and through I guess like security cameras, because like I said, at one time I was trying to protect myself, and that's why I think in security cameras they're watching me, in buildings and stuff, and that's what a lot of the controversy was about. But in clearing that up, most of these videos have cleared it up to the point where I can now get a job, and without like somebody looking at my resume and saying, well, no, he's a part of a gang, he's being a drug lord, and you can't trust him because drug lord people, they kidnap and they do this and they do that, and this is where Lil Diddy comes in, he's linked in with this and that. They said Jennifer Lopez was a part of that, and he said he's an Amazon, but really, if you look at it, he's so relatable to No Diddy. And that's why I didn't really give anybody my resume, because a lot of these things was misled to the point where I didn't disclose it, and I didn't have like say so in my own background. But in a lot of these videos, it's cleared up my reputation. So if I like hand somebody my resume or anything, I'm able to be like, yeah, here, because you can look on one of my videos, or you can just maybe on a security camera, bruh, like that's in here. It's like 1, 3, like literally, like it was people like literally watching me, like on everything, little thing that I said, bruh, back in Jersey, and they knew my every word, and that was the only possible way. They even knew in the buses, because when I was first coming like to the public, it was literally that big, like where I can say it was compared to Nipsey Hussle, somewhat of a YG, because I was really actually trying to be a rapper as well, and my rapper name was Unknown, and that's pretty much what I dabble in, the unknown, and that's why people didn't really know of my background, because it was really of the unknown, hyphen quotes, unknown. And that was going to be my rapper name, and my label was going to be all as well, Unknown. Like I was going to release like thousands of like demo tapes of my raps without even claiming my own product, just getting money from it, because it was gonna say some like kind of rapper stuff, just stuff that was wouldn't have been, I guess, beneficial to my business, and it would have crushed it a little bit, because people would have been like, where are these words coming from, trying to link them, and then with me doing what I do, it would have been like, oh no, he's No Diddy, he's doing what Jennifer Lopez is doing, sex trafficking with younger people, blah blah blah. He's linked with this, he's linked with that organization, and he's like, with so much of the sex work, prostitution and all of that. He's probably linked with this person. That's why I did like so many videos, to understand where I'm coming from. I was just trying to, sell drugs a little bit. That's bad, but nowhere near like sex trafficking, No Diddy, what they was talking about. But I know I already said that in my other videos, but I'm saying this because, again, in my resume, I'm gonna name the title to my resume, my business resume. If I gave somebody my resume now, they would understand, like, okay, the worst thing he would have done was just, like do drugs, sell drugs a little bit like that. He was going to, he's not doing that now. He's already gotten like crushed anyway, where his reputation is kind of bad. So, and he was going to already talk about it, if his company would have been successful. So let's not bash him so much. Let's give him another chance, because really that's what business workers do. They wouldn't even hire you if you had 2 late work days, and they check your background. So just imagine if you're doing somewhat of a drug lord business, what jobs would say. They would not take you at all. They would not take you. They wouldn't take a person that was squeaky clean record and had 2 bad work days on a job. They would be like, no, you had 2 bad work days. Just imagine a person who's trying to be a big drug lord. They'd be like, no, fuck that, dude. No, you're gonna run our company down. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially you're trying to what you say, you're blood and you're non-active. He's a part of a gang. He's probably affiliated with a gang as well. No, he's bad news. He's bad news. Again, I grew up in a bad neighborhood where I wanted more protection. So just in case, if somewhat happened, I can protect anyone in my circle and be able to protect the community as well. Somewhat as a Nipsey Hussle, because that's what he done, but not so much of a Nipsey Hussle because he's not on this earth as of right now. So I'm not a Martin Luther King, I'm not a Malcolm X, I'm not a Nipsey Hussle, because a lot of them died for standing up for people, and people kind of pushing them to the side, and they died for what they really stood for. I didn't want to be a part of that. So what I wanted to do is be in the background while supporting the community, while enjoying what I do, and be able to sustain and maintain in my own area, even when living in a bad area. I just grew up from a bad area, but a business background. But within saying that, clearing up all that, my background and my business and the bad side of my business, and saying that I'm not trying to do that, no more, but I'm not gonna put no buts on it. But I'm also saying, but good Lord, I said but again. But anyway, hopefully when I give a resume, they would say, okay, he's legit, blah 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 blah. But then again, a lot of people that's in a gang, I'm not trying to, I'll just be non-active. I'm a non-active. I'm not registered. I'm not registered. I'm in a DMV. I'm not recruited in the blood, yet. But I'm just doing that to protect myself because I'm always in a bad area. I grew up in a bad area, and I wanted to have protection and be in that area. But now I got something to say from that. When handing in resumes, they're like, okay, are you unique? But mainly jobs, that's personal. That's a personal thing. But when you're in a certain status, when you're high above that, and like I said, I was trying to be somewhat of a Amazon, literally an Amazon business. They're gonna talk about it. They're gonna, even when I hand in my resume now, they're not even thinking about the drug lord thing, because I'm not trying to be that. Now they're looking at the gang thing. Okay, now you're trying to join and be recruited in the gang. What's with that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and they will also say you got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have a lot going on. It's just the area and the situation that I grew up in, and the way my background was released when I was trying to get up and coming famous, the way it was displayed. I gotta say this to pretty much clear my background, my reputation when I try to get jobs now, because a lot of people hesitate, what's going on with you, and that you can't get a job, even as of right now, Why won't anybody hire you right off if you're that intelligent, or if you did get tutors in the 9th or 11th grade, like what's going on with your education, what's going on with this. So they'll look more of my backstory as in like gang and da da da, and try to puzzle together everything as much as they can, and say, nah, he's not qualified, or he's not suitable for our business and any of that. And they would really say that. So in saying that, like I said again, most of this stuff would be private. So because a lot of people in the gang have gotten hired, but they never said that they were in the gang, because most people in the gang really don't really say they're in the gang. They just like, they just are, or sometimes they might have tattoos that they have to or something like that. Or sometimes people will pick up off a face tattoo and they'll ask them what's their backstory. Or sometimes they don't have tattoos at all. Sometimes they just in a gang, but most of this stuff is private. They wouldn't ask you for that. But like I said again, when you're in a higher backstory, they were gonna ask you about that, or they'll talk about that when you're not there, and they'll discuss that with their own business workers. Like, is he qualified? Is he suitable? I don't think so, because he's a part of this gang and he's a part of that, and so hopefully when saying this, people are coming in. This is cool, more lively for the video. But hopefully when discussing this, I guess they can get a better understanding of where I'm coming from, and and just know that I'm actual business, like first and foremost. And like, I'm not doing any of that, but just discussing about the gang thing, like, that would be private. But I guess I gotta talk more about that. I gotta set up another video. It'll be part 2. I guess I'm gonna put in like part 2, because I gotta really talk about it. But yeah, I'll catch you later, YouTube.